Yo, check it. This that southern shopping screw vibes. DC to H-Town, we got the wave. 2DopeMarks live.
With the 2DopeMarks, bringing the heat every night. Shopping screw flow, putting Rasslin in the spotlight. From DC to Houston, we ride or die tight. Two voices, one passion.
That going on, because that'd be
right. I was like, who's still working?
I thought that was me. I thought that was me.
Nah,
my laptop is muted.
Listen, this how we start.
Let me mute Slack right quick fast.
We already live, so fuck it.
Right.
It's too late at this point.
Sir. This is a pre-recording. I can edit this bitch, and we can go ahead and move on in another direction.
Nah, you gotta have this bitch natural, yo. You got the BRP and 2DopeMarks.
Sure, you gotta let it grow all natural. That's gross.
Yeah, we shooting. We shooting. Just say we shooting.
This is not Nappy Dugout.
Okay,
damn.
She had that number one thing.
Yo,
hold on. Yeah.
I gotta wait for you. I gotta wait for you to get in your 1080p.
No, you don't. I'm good. I'm just trying to figure this out. Right?
Is that the new name?
That's that Slack for real, yo.
Right? Like, hey, where's my shit? Give me my shit before you log off.
What PDF? What jack you didn't send it before the day
now.
was
People like, nah, let's let this rock. So again,
I need my QED reports.
Right.
Hold on. I almost got this shit working. Hold on.
Damn. Keep all this in.
Keep all this in.
This is the best part.
Yo, this gotta be a short of some shit.
It probably will. Let me
go ahead and put this NBA draft up.
There you go.
On the other screen.
None and cool. Bet. Boom. All right. All right. No sound. We're good. Let's rewind, refocus. Shout out to Higher Ground by Bauer. Yeah. All right. Cool. We here. All right. Bet. Welcome everyone to a very special mini episode of 2DopeMarks, your home for Go Girl Wrestling. I am Brando. That is D to my right. If you're looking at this on your YouTube, that means that man's to my left. But it's BRP50 time. So, of course, we are here with the Podfathers and sister themselves. We are here with Fam. We're here with Khal. We're here with Mimi. We're here with Black Rasslin. And again, it is always fun to have a conversation with our brothers and sisters about anything going on in pro wrestling. It's also a fun time when they gotta go up against us and vice versa in fucking games for
Yo, why you still holding on to that, bro?
Damn, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Oh yes,
I wasn't. Damn, that was a time.
Yeah, nothing to do with it. I wasn't there.
Yeah, Fam wasn't around.
Yeah, Fam wasn't there, but
I was
the reason why
I had the game-winning question.
Yeah,
you know why, right? Because they chose to eliminate me first.
Hey.
First of all, we did.
Elimination.
Oh man, you've been getting eliminated early your whole entire life.
Look. Hey, yo.
I was talking about the Eagles. Y'all home.
I know what you was talking about already.
But no. What I'm getting to is it is always family. It is always fun around with Mimi, Khal, Matt, who is not here with us this evening, but he's here in spirit.
Thank God.
Wow. Shout out, cousin.
Yeah, fam. Because again, like when you come through, and trust me, from what I've worked plenty of projects in my real job, in my real life, and you know the tedious effort putting together a list, putting together ancillary content around said list to keep promoting it, keep things going. And again, the BRP50, what it is, of course, yes, you're highlighting, the best Black wrestlers of a calendar year, right? At the same time, it's also a double spotlight for creatives who have been writing about pro wrestling, covering pro wrestling, going to shows, basically putting in, equity into this shit. And this year, we got a full-blown feature from Cam Hawkins on the New Day. We got a interview with Billy Dixon shedding his heart, his sweat, and his tears about the toughest bump he ever took, which is basically mental health. We had Jermaine Every, our man, the Jermaine, basically go in and talk about LeBron's own. And heck, there were even superlatives, high school yearbook style superlatives.
Shout out to After the 50. Yeah.
So, given the fact that I know Khal's been in the content space for shoot, I'm not even gonna name the years how long he's been deep in the content space.
It's showing in his beard.
Yeah, right.
In mine too. Mine too.
Sticking out facts.
It's in mine too. So when it came to composing the content for this year's BRP50, what was the methodology? Using that terminology right there. What was the methodology y'all came up with to say, yo, we need to do more than just have the list?
Math. Math. Like I think I mean we 8 years in. First, salute to y'all. Thank y'all for having us do.
Yes.
Always appreciate y'all for real. I don't remember. I honestly, like right now, I don't know when the content started, but I remember the conversation was always, all right, we got the 50. It'd be cool if we had some extra pieces of stuff to really showcase, either highlight somebody that's on the list, or we've had years where, Mimi's written articles, Fam's written articles, I've written, it's not always an interview. It's, what's the state of business going on this year? What's here's a look at how you should be understanding what the list is. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of that starts with math. And even this year, there's things that we weren't able to do for one reason or another. There's actually a couple of things we were trying to do that weren't able to come fruition for one reason or another. But it always starts with him putting out some feelers, and then it kind of. I think Billy Dixon was very late in the game. I mean, Mimi can speak to kind of, that was like an 11th hour, conversation and decision that kind of came to, but it, with June being Mental Health Awareness Day for Men, and along with Juneteenth and the release of the documentary for Paris's Bumping that he had going on, like it all kind of made sense. And I think that's kind of how it made it. I'm not saying there's not any planning that goes on, but it's a lot of it is just like, here's an idea. Yeah, there's intention with the ideas, and then it's just making the shit happen.
Okay, so I got a quick question. Like this year, or any other year, like what criteria like carried the most weight? Like what particular stat carried the most weight this year, or any other year for that matter? Did it change?
I kind of don't think it works that way, right?
Okay,
it's because it's almost like the sliders, like when you're playing Madden or something, where maybe the TV time for this guy maybe didn't stand up to maybe the title reigns of this lady, and so it kind of differs from case to case, and I think it also differs from person to person, because we all get our version of the list at the beginning and our personal opinions, and then things are melded, and what I'm saying, and then that's when you start to kind of weed things out and figure it out. But yeah, I think it depends definitely from year to year, but also just from wrestler to wrestler. Like, what I mean, somebody might have had a crazy year winning titles, and that pushed them up or down.
Okay, do y'all have like is it a big debate? Like when y'all get the list, just that 50 or that 60, 75, how many wrestlers y'all get? Like what's it, when y'all in that?
It's almost 200 now, right?
It's almost 200. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's hit 20 yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, I mean, it almost wasn't 50 in the beginning, but over 8 years, things have changed. There have been years where there have been more heated debates. I think it's been a minute. I will say it's been a minute. I got a recording somewhere. We don't record those conversations anymore, but we've also. Right. I think that conversation is probably.
That was my
well, there's a moment in there where Fam's not on the video because it got hot, but I think that may have been the hottest the conversations got, and like this year it wasn't. I think we really understood what was going on this year. Like again, I don't want to bogart, but shout out to Lovely. Lovely posted a tweet the other day, and it said, "What wrestler would you would you show your non-wrestling friend to get them into wrestling? And two of the names I saw in the replies and in the quotes was Obafemi and Trick Williams. And I think if you look at May of 2025 to May of 2026, a lot of that who's the best black wrestler conversation has been Obafemi and Trick Williams for a number of different factors. So I think when we did our top fives, we were all fair. Like that top three was pretty much what everybody had for the most part. I think that the 4 and 5 may have, been different along the way, but there was a conversation that, a couple of us had. It was maybe a week or so before the list was supposed to be going out. It was right after SmackDown. We're like, let's just we got to hash it out. And again, even that it was a long conversation, but I don't think it was contentious because it's. Maybe it's 8 years in. I don't know. It was
the muscles have been flexed. Yeah,
I want to say it was sometime around year 4. And I mind you, it was 2022 because I was out in LA, just starting a job, while we were in the process of putting the final list together. And I said to myself, I'm like, this was a lot easier than it has been in the past. And when
that's code for less screaming.
Facts. But I also get scared because sometimes when the process feels like it's
easy,
it didn't take no struggle, something is wrong. If you finish that test 20 minutes before everybody else did, you may need to sit down and go back over your answers. You know what I'm saying? But when the list comes out and the public say, "Oh, nah, yeah, that's the list right there," I think that's when I started to realize, like Mimi said, those muscles are working. And I think once we get in that zone, right after Mania, when it's time to get that top 5, that conversation has been we're all aligned a lot more than it was in the beginning, which I think it's just courtesy, and a lot of it's just talking to each other about this shit all the time, podding with each other every week about it. We're having that conversation. So when it's time to put the notes in this, or put the circles on the Scantron, we all know which people we should be picking at a certain point.
I think the great part about it is too, like fams in Maryland, Mimi, you up top, you in Jersey, you up top, like y'all all have different areas, and y'all travel too for wrestling, so y'all get to go see all these different talents.
I said this on the Buckles tonight. Nobody, I'll be honest with you, fam will roll out of bed and go to a show in another state and turn around and come back home. Like nobody, when I think about all the conversations that have happened during this week, nobody travels and goes to these shows because like somebody said something like, "Oh, this list feels like a WWE fanboy list," and that is the further like. And the person said this while he was at a show this weekend.
That's the
while he was at an indie show this weekend.
It's funny.
And
he was there.
Yeah. So me and fam literally, I saw him on Sunday, but I've seen that man literally go to the Fourth Rope joint in Philly, and then me and B in Charlotte going to see Ashe. And him and Sis down in Charlotte,
right there.
I've seen that.
I gotta count. Richfield Park is right next door. I don't be in Richfield Park.
Don't copy that. Don't copy.
I don't be in Richfield Park.
You went there one time. You said because you said they was stinking in there.
We've been outside.
The Funkies was there.
Me, I went out with Mimi and DDM to the Indies to the indie show.
Yes.
They've been outside to them for the culture, but I think
yo, you wasn't with us, right?
I've not been to Charlotte, unfortunately.
No.
For the culture in Philly, but what you saying?
No, when we went to Jobber, it was like Jobber Slam.
Fam wasn't there. No, fam. DDM
was the first time we went, and fam wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
time, man. We be outside. When we get off here, I'll tell you what I got to do in July.
Fair.
Like, so when we talk about knowledge, Like I personally feel like the knowledge that these like Khal stay on the keyboard, like the wealth of people, the wealth of people. I've been on this team for 4 years now, and I have to say this year was the first year I was like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Like literally, I was like, who's that? It was a tough year, so I wasn't completely tapped in, but during doing my content for the rollout, finding out about people, just true aha moments, like, oh, I didn't know Cappuccino Jones was the ID guy, that I was like, oh my God, he's the first Black ID guy.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot that was him until I was, writing my stuff. And I was just like, wow, like I did not realize that was him, and he has been a conversation in the chat. And I'm like, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Until I have to do the work. So I'm not saying that, I drag my feet when I have to. I'm in it. But the level of constantly not having to be on your ass and being in these shows, I can't speak for that. Like I could never take the credit for that ever.
I think that works though for our dynamic, right? Because we got like specific, me and Khal are like the salty old dogs, and like Math is like the lesser, slightly more energetic dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That like been jaded by just watching wrestling and the days of it was just Coco and JYD all the way up into and I think sometimes that the weight of carrying that like negatively will affect niggas. Like I don't like we this all the time. Like all right, nigga, whatever. And I feel like specifically like me being DDM is like they're more tuned. They tune in at different times, and I think it gives validity to what we do, because it ain't just the salty old dogs talking about back in the day.
Right, exactly.
Should I be like, what y'all talking about? Man, is that all they do is watch wrestling all day?
I still don't think Khal sleep like that. I don't think Khal sleep like that. For real.
I don't think Khal sleeps. No, I don't think so.
This nigga's a vampire.
No. Khal sleeps. Khal just happens to have a BPM going off in his head every single waking moment of the day. That's what it is.
Wake up for this wrestling time. Yeah. No, actually.
Yeah. Please set. Or you hear us click, 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 click.
That's him. That's him. That's him.
That's me.
Does anybody know who's
like if you ever pay attention to us, like literally, Khal is him.
That's crazy.
This crazy motherfucker right here is me. I'm always tapping in the fam. Like I hit fam up like, yo, I want to do an interview. I ain't done this shit before. What do I do?
Right.
But he real about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do I tell you? Once you get your confidence going, just talking to people, and again, it's your conversation with Chaz. It was jokes.
That was just me shooting this shit.
That's the point. That's the thing.
You.
Also,
thank you.
Yeah,
that's also the thing.
Yeah,
is
we've had our one interview where I was just like, this ain't for me. Where he had to take over, versus I've interviewed other people with him. I'm like, you know what? He working, doing his thing. Let me take over and just shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand it now. Like he's more vetted in the situation than I am.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
Balance.
Very much. So being vetted, and speaking of balance, were there a few names to like you wanted that you thought should have been on this list? And I know how that sounds, because people gonna hear that sentence I just said and make some shit out of it. No, what I'm saying is Sosa is one of them ones.
He said, "Well, I'm saying this is what I'm saying."
Ricky Sosa was one of the names where I was. That's what you got to look at the year, because he made a lot of impact virally. Yeah, I think TNA. He was one of a few people who got messed up in them the visa issues. So he started to get that buzz, and he wasn't able to capitalize. He's just not like he was at House of Glory the other day, and I think he's booking another match there soon. Like he's starting to do that work that I would have hoped we could have seen earlier this year.
Yeah.
If not like 50, like an after the 50, but it's also so early on Ricky Sosa. And these are conversations we've had back in the day where like before Carmelo Hayes started the Carmelo Hayes at NXT, you know, it was some cats may have had him up in like a 10 spot when really he was more like a lower 20, but that we see the potential with. You have to be real with the year. You know, but I think Ricky Sosa was one person. One conversation that we had, honestly, was Naomi.
Yep, that's the one.
Naomi was a big, because
me and D had the same. We were talking the same thing. We were trying to break down.
Who
would be
that's
on the
my
list.
girl. Yeah,
she had one match.
However, had because again, May 2026. That was the tail end of the Jade feud, and then she wins Money in the Bank in June. Cashes into Evolution, match at SummerSlam, and then
she shot the club up. Yeah,
then she got a battleship song.
Jimmy shot the club up.
The thing is this is when you have to have that real conversation. It's like we all know that what Naomi was going to do if she wasn't pregnant, you know, and had to, you know, sit down. But at a certain point, there's still the card is always subject to change, and the match is always still going to go on, and it sucks. But this was my argument. Not saying that she should or shouldn't be on there, but the thing was, if we put her on there and you're judging it based off of that impact, she can't be low. Correct. She's going to have to end up being very high. And then the question is that doing a disservice to everybody else that's there who was able to work, you know, and put in certain effort, but may not have been able to have that impact that she was, you know, working off of the previous year.
That was probably the longest argument.
Yes, that just trying to figure out if we should include her or not for all of those reasons. And we chose, you know, respectfully to you know, let or have Naomi, you know, chill and just work on what she's doing now. You know what I mean? And when she come back, because we already know she says she coming for a title.
I like that too. We knew that Bianca Belair wasn't going to be on the list this year because A,
been gone for so long,
and then B,
0 matches,
and then B, the club got shot up. Right?
You don't be surprised if she don't make it.
Niggas been shooting and ain't missing.
Okay, at all. Okay, at all. Shout out to the Street Profits for once again becoming World Tag Team Champions.
Shout out number 11 on the 2026 BRP50. They getting money. At a certain point, look, we about to start making babies.
Oh my God! Okay,
y'all think right. You don't think like Tez and Jay was like, hey, do not let your old lady eat the salmon and catering.
Bow.
I'm seeing it. She had a piece. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap.
What Franklin say on Snowfall when he was on the LSD? Bodies.
Literally
him.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
Oh no. You good. So like that segues me into my next question. Like, what were those two like the most difficult placements on the BRP50?
And them being off, it sucked for me. It sucks seeing the list without them because they've been a part of the list for, you know what I'm saying? Like even since remember the year that Naomi had that year where she was in TNA running on top, like it sucks not to have them there.
Trinity TNA, but like you think last year we made that cover before she won that title, and that cover was off of the strength of that run, that what she did with that program. So when she won that, the dope part was when she won that title at Evolution, the cover came back because it almost felt prophetic. But it's just how things happen. That is the truest sense of life, but also what the 50 does, because at the end of the day, it's looking at that year. And sometimes that one wrestler that you thought was about to be having this 6 or 8 month run and was probably going to be at the top of the list, life has other plans, and it's beautiful plans, but you just got to keep going.
Yep.
Yeah. So here's probably my biggest question.
Oh boy.
I got so on our show, I'm the elephant in the room. I'm walking, talking elephant in the room. Like that's
all right.
So when y'all come, y'all said y'all had like a set 200, but then y'all only put 50. This year y'all had after the 50. Like, do y'all get a lot of backlash when y'all don't put that person on the 50 that think they deserve to be on the 50?
I mean, it's happened. And I don't think now, and this is just human nature.
Mm-hmm.
We get a million messages. That was amazing. Thank you, yo. I think the list is dope. For some reason, that one guy who was salty and he only had 10 matches for the year. And he is just really angry and like, oh, well, I did this and that and this and that and this and that. And I was like, babe, you got paid 7 hot dogs and 3 handshakes all year. You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh I love almost everybody black.
Yeah.
But at it,
hey, almost is crazy.
I know.
It's a fair statement. Hey, brother,
almost
you can't root for everybody.
Hey, that's real. That's real.
But no,
but he said it though.
And so I don't think it's a lot of people come out, super dissatisfied. I will see more people riding for people who think they should have someone that should have been on, but at the same time, we do get the errant 1 or 2 guys that come on and say, man, this is bogus, this is horse crap, whatever it is, and they say what they say because they feel how they feel. And I understand it. Hey, man, if they didn't care, I guess the list wouldn't matter as much.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that happened after you drop a list is nothing. Like, you know what I mean? That sounds crazy, but because sometimes your list be right.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, nobody cares. I like to think that it's because there is a passion for this thing. There are people who are in this and they want to be seen as the best in their field. I totally understand it. You know what I have seen this year? It's not a lot, but this year more than others, I've seen indie wrestlers who I've heard of, and maybe, smaller, or people I've not heard of at all. And they'd be like, yo, seeing this is inspiring me to get on my dean to be on the list in the future.
Right.
And again, I'm not, we don't do it for those accolades or any of that stuff, but that stuff is always dope, because I would hope, just like people have inspired me to do what we do, that there are people who are going to be taking that mantle and in whatever way they see fit, continuing that spirit on that, because that's really what it's all about, championing the people that we want to see highlighted the way they need to be, the way they need to be highlighted.
Yeah, it's not a hard concept at all. I just wish that people, when they see the list, you know what I'm saying, and no, Khal's right, actually. Let me rephrase this. Khal's right, because as many times I've made a list ranking musicians, hip rappers, best albums. It is never, you don't feel good when nobody's booing. You don't necessarily feel good when everybody's cheering, but when everybody has an opinion and that shit sound like John Cena, peak John Cena, then you did something right.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't get scared. Pardon me. I don't get scared when they be like, oh, coon ass list, or oh, blase blah. Because you know why? Especially 8 years in, I can see, oh, this person is upset because number 52 wasn't put on the list, or and one of the loudest groups I've heard were people that really charted Mercedes and her title wins, and they felt that she should have been number. There's a lot of people who thought Trick should be. They would have flip-flopped 1 and 2. I love hearing all that stuff.
Yeah.
I understand. Like I don't appreciate people coming out their face on. I never appreciate people coming out their face on nonsense. Not that I'm not here for any of that whatsoever. That's not the energy that we're putting out, nor is that what I'm trying to worry about right now. That shit can get out the way. I love good conversation. I love good debate. Hell, it's what we do every Thursday night. You know what I mean? But you know, it's interesting to always to look back and really see, because hell, I can't say we're perfect. I love our list, and I stand. We can debate, and I stand by everything. I got a conversation for all of it, but you know, I also know that we are but 5 people who are one outlet in a majorly massive fandom. You know, it's people are going to feel away, and they will have reasons to feel away. Shout out.
Yeah. Well, let me check you on that real quick. You said one outlet. Let's be real. Y'all are the major. Y'all are one of the major outlets, if not the most major outlet in Black Rasslin. I'm all pun intended. I'm being real. I'm giving you your flowers.
You said it. I did it. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna do it. Listen, and I'll be the villain in anybody's story if I have to. The work that you do, the work that Fam does, the work that Mimi does, you know, DDM, Mav, etc.
That guy Greg.
Yeah, bro. Y'all got
time limit. There's a lot going on here.
Mm-hmm. Like y'all literally got I'm Coach D. Y'all got an 11. Y'all got 11 on y'all team. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a starting 5. Y'all got the starting 5 on Thursday, and then some more shit.
It's some more shit.
And you know what? I'll piggyback off that with this. People wouldn't care as much if they didn't understand the quality that went into it and the evolution of the list in the first one. Right.
It's more the evolution of it.
Yeah, if you don't have something that people can believe in and vouch for, then you just doing the shit to do the shit. But people actively look forward to this list. People actively look forward to these debates. They look forward to having a conversation. They look forward to even saying like, yo, maybe this is going to be my year when Math and Khal and Fam and Mimi and them reach out and be like, yo, we want you to contribute to the BRP50. I thought it was going to be my year. Not going to hold you, but you know what? That's what 2027 is for.
You know what? For real, for me, I'm just happy to be interviewing y'all right now. Like for the BRP50. I wasn't there last year, or 7 years before. I mean, and 6 years before that. I'm just happy to be that. But I'm back. We're a part of it. Going to like piggybacking off what he said. Like this is a thing where people have looked at the PWI 500, and that's what wrestling fans as total have looked at. Yeah, that motherfucker the best wrestler. That motherfucker the best wrestler.
I remember where in the mail when I had a subscription for wrestling. I remember looking at, oh, here's the ranking. Ric Flair, NWA champion, old hot dog skin man. WWE champion.
Skin man.
Who is that? Wait a minute. Who is that? Who's that?
You don't know. Wait. You don't know who hot dog skin man is?
No.
It's hot dog, man, brother.
You know who Blizzy Man is?
Nah, that he wasn't no beef hot dog. Like he wasn't that was turkey, bologna, chicken. The shit you put and that shit just get wrinkled on the damn grill
with some mustard, only mustard.
Bologna sandwich.
Yep, right. Well, without the ring around
it comes off the grill and it's burnt outside.
Yeah.
But again, no. What people was saying, I think what people misconstrue with this, and they focus so much on the black aspect of it, is like, yo, these are names that, for all intents and purposes, you're not going to see in a PWI 500. A lot of the names you're not going to see. You're not going to see if you see a Duke Davis,
you'll see
Darren Jones Jr. for TME, you're not going to shoot. They may be 504.
If you see him on there,
shout
I know
out,
where I
shout out New Orleans.
You know, and I think that's what happens a lot is it's because look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've been a pro wrestling watching black dude for so long. This is what I do. You know what I mean? Like I can't help it that I watched primetime wrestling as a kid, and if it wasn't Coco Beware or JYD or Kamala on the show, I was hoping that some jobber was getting beat up by somebody. You wouldn't see a black person like that.
Shout out SD Jones.
Yo, you want to know?
Yo.
But wait,
Shout
you
out
want to know
SD
why
Jones.
Champion 2 Cold Scorpio? Because that was the black guy who was one of the only ones that was able to get in there and run with them Benoits and them Malenkos and them Guerreros, and because he went to Japan and Mexico and whatnot, like I will run that joke into the grave, but part of that is because that man does the damn thing and he doesn't get the spotlight. Like at a certain point, this is just the next stage of shouting out the black people that I want to see on the TV. Right. Maya World, Kevin Knight, Javon Evans, Obafemi, whatever the case may be. I enjoy seeing black people get to do shit on the TV. And at a certain point, it stops being, well, I'm me and my son is going crazy for Kofi Kingston and Mark Henry, to oh shit, me, fam, and Math is tweeting every Monday during Raw, to now we pod into oh shit. We was trying to make a plaque to give to the number one, just to be like, we loved what you did. We appreciated Kofi Mania. Whatever the case may be, here you go. Like it was never about anything but that. If anybody wants to make it about something else, y'all have fun with that. It's been about shining the spotlight on a lot of folks who, if they ain't get that spotlight before, they getting it now. Having this conversation in the midst of Maya World possibly beating Mercedes Moné on Sunday,
bro.
2 years ago, I barely knew who Amaya World was. That's why we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like when I heard about her brother, it's because we've had the conversations with her and knew what that brother meant to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all for what it's all the service, shining the light on folks. That's it. That's it.
Basically, you know how people act like, hey, so what's your love languages? Oh, mine is, physical touch. Mine is act of service. The BRP50 is an act of service to the entire wrestling community, especially for us. That's all it is. Like, Lord, I feel like I'm on a soapbox, but then again, I created my own soapbox, so I get my shit off, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need recognition like this. You need situations like this in order to shine light on something. Again, as Khal mentioned, he didn't know Maya World 2 years ago, and now Maya World is pretty much one of the co-main events for a major American pro wrestling promotions pay-per-view, right? I knew of Maya World only because, hey, in my backyard, there's a whole promotion ran by Booker T, and she stopped by from time to time, and you see her new Texas Pro, and you see her just bouncing around. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, Dallas actually got some pro wrestling talent. All right, bet. But again, I wasn't even in the scene for real. I was just a fan with this, like this dude, because he'll tell you. The first weekend me and him ever hung out, we went to Hammerstein for a GCW show.
Yeah.
Dead ass. The exact same. I'm like, he's like, oh yeah, GCW in town. I'm like, all right, bet. Shit, I'm a roll. Again, I ain't never been to a GCW show, but I did know who was gonna be on the bill. I knew Nick Gage's work. I see his raps. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
put me a drink on that one.
At the same time, look. At the same time, it's an appreciation of what people do. That's it. Like, it's like saying, like, yo, I don't give a fuck about the Grammys. I don't give a fuck about the Oscars. Yeah, you do. Right. Like, don't try to play cool.
You know you do.
You know you do.
At a certain point, you know you do.
You know you do. Because again, you want that pelt on the wall to say, hey, my peers said I'm the best motherfucker doing this shit.
That's right.
And that's exactly what the BRP50 is. To me, at least, it is a group of people who are your peers because they're the same people traveling to these shows, paying top dollar, copping merch. You know what I'm saying? Having a shot or a drink with you at the bar after the show, trying to figure out like,
book bag.
What is your mental life? You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, listen. My man, fam. I love. They be having out of white folks. The whites be like, "Yo, I love your show, man. Yeah, that math is fantastic.
Word.
Yeah, that math is funny as hell. I love what
I'm
you
telling
guys."
you.
What's
At work?
Hey, what youngest say? What youngest say at the other job? He was like, "Yeah, where's Lovely at?"
Oh my God. I was just telling Danielle about that. That
Oh
was
my
crazy.
God.
It happened.
He was like, "Are they gonna bring back the squirt business after dark?" And
wow.
like we was running down Lovely Hole.
Wait, was that dude with glasses?
Yeah.
There's this white cat named Alan that followed me on
I
Twitter.
I don't know his name, but it's a white dude. He got the little cul-de-sac joint.
Nah, don't do that.
Cul-de-sac.
Don't do that to him, dog.
I
Wait.
think that may
I
be-
did.
Wait.
You
We
said
met dude at
cul-de-sac?
He's a nice guy.
Dude is really good people. We met him at Ashay and Charlotte. He good people.
Is his name
My
Alan?
bad.
Do you make sure?
I
think it
don't know.
is.
I know.
Shorty
I know.
be
I
with
ain't
his
shit.
pops.
I ain't.
After
Shorty
the
be
last
with his
Ashay
pops,
show,
right?
a white dude named Alan followed me, and he was.
With a cul-de-sac.
I think he had a cul-de-sac, but he followed me because of Lovely. I think she retweeted something. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because again,
No,
like he
no, but
his
Shorty be in there with his pops and they
ED
be wild.
fan was that? And he
Nah,
had a
you.
flag.
Hey, no. Listen to fam. Listen to family story, shorty.
Son, when I tell you Shorty be tripping and then the father be on the other side at the bar getting drunk and he be tripping.
Yes.
And they be going like the one, and then the kid get mad at his father, like, "Shut up, dad!"
Hey, yo,
Shut up!
That's my man. That's my man.
And then yesterday they brought a friend with him. It was his first time, and he went around. He was telling it's his first time. I had to show him the ropes and stuff.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This was yesterday. I promise you.
Jesus. Oh my God. Oh.
Wildin'.
So just to like turn the tables like real quick. Has the growth of Black Rasslin, the talent made the BRP50 hard to compile?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Listen, when we got this spreadsheet, right? When we got the spreadsheet, and I saw how many people it was, I specifically said, "Yo, the second half of this list is going to be a mess."
Yeah.
I knew it. This is gonna be a bloodbath, and it's, you know what I mean. It wasn't because of I don't know what it was because of, because I hate these niggas that I podcast with. I hate all of them. But no, like it just this year. I'm glad that the muscle memory was there, because this could have been a very, very difficult pull for that last 25. But I really believe, because of all the pre-gaming and stuff that Cuz did, and like I said, the muscle memory of us being here and doing it for such a long time kind of gave us an upper hand getting this thing done.
Yeah, I think it's a blessing and a curse. We talk about in the pod a lot. How we were talking about before we record. There's like 5 major shows, this weekend alone, and that's not included. I imagine you could probably throw another 2 or 3 indie shows happening at least between Friday and Sunday. It's just how the game goes, but or maybe some stuff in Japan as well. But there's so much happening that Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown. That's 5 days out the week. Then you've got a Collision. Then you've got a AAA. And then again, if you're catching an Ashay or any of these other indies, because there's so much wrestling, there are so many more Black people wrestling. And even if you don't think about the trinity of Javon, Oba, and Trick, you've got your Leon Slaters, you've got your Kevin Knights, you've got your Sol Rukas, you've got Jade Cargill's, Mercedes Moné, Athena. Like, there's so many people out. It was shout out to Allfather. It's one of them situations where, like, I had a feeling like he hit that number last year, and as the year was going on, I'm like, something's gonna change. There's too much there's too much talent bubbling. It's one of the reasons why the cover made so much sense. There's so much young talent going on right now that when you and then when you evaluate it with the criteria, you know, the list ends up getting adjusted. But you know, to Fam's point with the muscle memory, I think we the criteria that we set up years ago, it still stands as the baseline of what we're doing. So once you go back and you look, okay, well, math, what happened? You know, refresh my memory. What happened to this brother or what happened to this sister this year? Oh, do. Okay, how does that work based off of the person that's a couple of steps up above them? Can you make a case for them being in a different spot? Nah. All right, we're gonna lock them there. You know what I mean? Like it's really having those person by person conversations, and some, you know, and it's not to say that A is weighted more than B, which is weighted more than C. It is a case by case situation, but there's reasons for everything. And if you have questions, I mean, you have to just look at the May to May. That's all the answer you need right there. We can go through it, but you know, that's all the answer you really need right there, especially when you're comparing it to the rest of the people on the list.
Yeah. Okay. So I have three. Because y'all three are on here. It's an individual question. So I don't know who wants to start first. I'll pick one afterwards.
It's like, a what?
It's an individual question.
Individual
question. All three. Yeah. So which wrestler on this year's list, like their performance, surprised you the most?
Their performance on the list?
Yeah, like their totality in 2026.
I guess I'll take the layup and say Trick, right? Because we all thought Mello was the guy, right?
Yeah,
like let's keep it a bean. You know what I mean? When it was Trick Mello gang, it was Mello.
Yeah.
And when it was his time, it was his time. But bro, that trip to TNA, Trick and A made
it shaped him
for me, and I did not see that coming. And I mean, for me this year specifically, Ascent counted a lot for a lot of these folks, and their upward mobility and being it was easy to see that they were doing way better than they were doing the year previous. And Trick, man, I just did not expect him to be Yo this year, and he ended up being Yo.
Yeah, he was ready.
Yeah.
For me, it was Oba. Because Oba, I don't think I believed in Oba until Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania 40. Because I felt like he was, because of his body type, because of his build, because of how they were booking him, he was I felt like he was one-dimensional, but he is very versatile. Not necessarily in his stance, but just he has all the tools there is to be a WWE superstar. And it's just a matter of, at this point, I personally feel, yes, he probably needs a little bit more time, but I can see him as the face of that company. Like either him or Trick, but it feels like for him, like that triple threat, he was in with some really, really experienced people. And that match might have been one of my favorite, all-time favorite matches that he's ever had. Every time he's about to do something and I'm like, let's see if he could do it, he knocks it out the park. Like literally knocks it out the park, to the point where I've had conversations with Khal about this. I don't like it when they move up to the main roster because it's a different situation. And that's what I've been really afraid about these three that have moved up. It's like, what's going to happen? You know, it's kind of stacked right now on the main roster and they haven't really moved, but they were the three pillars in NXT.
Exactly.
NXT has not been the same since they have left.
Oh, I mean, they're the 1984 draft. They're the 1996 draft. They're the 2003 NBA draft in terms of talent. That in NXT, you're like, all right, they got something. But to see them immediately translate over on the main roster, like
No.
it's crazy. I think me and D were literally comparing Trick to being about as hot as 98 Rock before he won the WWE title the first time, right?
Yeah.
Oba is in a spot where right now, like somebody wants to fantasy book him versus Brock Lesnar, right? One of SummerSlam and then him versus Roman.
No. Oba was Oba right now. Like Oba is the next big thing, a la Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I cut his head off."
Yeah,
That's what he said.
Literally, but they got to trust it, and that I don't trust that they're going to trust it. But all three of them, and even Javon, like very, 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 very young, and very, very ahead of his curve.
Yes.
You know who Javon reminds me of? A young Kofi Kingston. If they let him progress and tap into his athleticism and let him develop himself as a character, he can be what Kofi should have been without the curly head nigga or the slick back.
Which what? You are truly the elephant of the room.
Told you. You told you.
No, I like it. Speaking coded language. That's how you got to do it.
What's wrong with my camera?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I appreciate that because I asked that question because I want to see where y'all are at with that specifically, Khal.
I got two. I'm gonna do one that I got an honorable mention. I'm sorry, I'm breaking the fold.
No, do your thing. Brother.
Charity King is probably one of the names that I would say primarily because when we were introduced to her as one half of a dope tag team, and like the lesser experience of the tag, like Danny was out there, she had accolades on her already as a single star. Charity King, you know, we literally documented the story of that Ashe Women's Championship match that she won. Seeing her become I wasn't seeing her being a double champion. I wasn't seeing her being the one to be defending an Ashe championship outside of Ashe. I think there's like 4 indie promotions. Charity's one of those women. She's on the rise, and I think if she was just on a Ring of Honor taping recently. I think she's got if she can continue to develop and continue to get those types of looks, there's a lot of potential. And I think being able to say, boom, you got to respect the year that she had in that jump, I think is paramount.
Yeah.
My second, and actually I had to laugh because I didn't know where he would place on the list. But then I felt validated the week of the list was Leo Rush. There's always when Fam talks about that second half of the list, I think there's always a class of fire wrestlers who get put in that good hand section to where nobody sees that they're so good at getting everybody else to look good that they're never seen as being the champion. You talk about ascent and you talk about changing yourself. Leo, he reinvented his character and became, I mean, in a year of Danhausen, he was going viral off I still don't know. I think after Father's Day, I think the he's talking about is his daddy. I'm not 100% sure, but like there's a mystique there that he was able to then capitalize on and being crowned the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Like having that happen the week of the 50 and being like, nah, look, it's like that's the real world validation. That's the validation that that's God booking that. You know what I'm saying? But it's because we're paying attention to these brothers and sisters anyway. It's prophetic at a certain point. We're letting you know in a certain way that there's a reason why these people are in this position, and clearly that work is paying off.
we've dove deep into the BRP50, who shocked us, who I'm not gonna say disappointed us because that's just rude to say. The names that we thought could have made it if certain situations hadn't occurred the way they occurred. Is there anyone on here? Well, it's two-pronged question. First one, is there anyone on this year's list that you think could take that number one spot away from Trick Williams? Because a lot of people thought Oba was going to go back-to-back number one.
I did. I definitely did.
It could be. I feel like there's several people here.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. All it takes is look. Championships is important, right? But you look at Oba, who got the Brock win at Mania, which to me is just as big as a championship. It is bigger than a mid-card title. And all it takes is a few decent booking decisions, a couple little title runs in the indies outside of maybe where your home promotion is to kind of flex what that is. And that's the thing with the indies is I feel like you may need to do other things than just your home promotion. But I mean, look at what stepping out of their home did for Trick Williams and Javon Evans.
Yeah, AJ Francis, I think, is a perfect example of that of being able to maximize on your character across. I mean, I love the money, but like, there's a reason why he's still on TNA. You know what I mean? He's able to maximize that opportunity.
If they put that title on him, we can have a serious conversation.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Listen.
Hey, look, Francis, for all intents and purposes, is still the most believable heel in TNA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's still
because he's unapologetically him.
Yeah.
True. I wouldn't even use the word unapologetically. I think that term's been bastardized so much. I don't even feel like it has the same meaning it used to have. You know what I'm saying?
More than generational.
Generational, generational talent. Mimi, you a generational talent.
Can we say,
as somebody who used to work at ESPN, that generational talent, she got beat to the ground even worse.
I don't know, because everybody say everybody to go.
That too.
Elite.
Elite is
Aura.
Aura is a newer one, but yeah, that Aura is one of them terms. Yeah, he got Aura.
Aura farming.
Aura. And then my second one, like after the list is out in full, do you automatically like give yourself like a little bit of a tiny bit of a break to kind of like recalibrate, refocus, rest on your laurels just a tad bit before getting ready for the next one?
No.
It sounds good. But we got a show Thursday.
I'm
not dead ass.
Well, it's one of those things where it don't let it be like the week of like if it's a Saturday, it's one thing. You know what I mean? You might could get away with decompressing on the Sunday or whatever, but we were dropping the list. We still had the 10 to do on Juneteenth on a Friday, the day that we dropped the pod. And then, mind you, we're scheduling, conversations like this. We're going because we know I won't say booked and busy, but the calendars, filling up with conversations that want to be had about the list that's come out. So I think it may be more July. I like on some of the special projects we've been thinking about. We've been saying we'll get back to you in July. The way that I'm thinking about the list in the future, it's going to be a small window. It's going to be a small window to get your breath, because I think there's too much. There's too much on the indies going on. There's a lot to be kept abreast of, and I think if people for the BRP season is Juneteenth, be having this conversation year round, so we can then reconvene Juneteenth, so we can all be on the same page.
Yeah. So this is gonna be my last question, because I know, like, we got shit to do. We're gonna watch the draft tonight, all this type of shit.
They already 5 picks in.
I already know. Listen, the Wizards got AJ. I'm cool. I'm about to pull up. I'm about to pull up in Chinatown. That's what I'm doing.
Just be happy that love is not open no more.
Oh shit!
Same for stadium.
Yo, we drove past the old Love building on Saturday, and we was pointing it out like, yeah, that used to be live over there.
So here's the thing, stadium.
All right, cuz.
All right, bro. All right, cuz. All right.
Yeah. So let me get back to the wrestling shit. Let me get back to the wrestling shit.
Wow.
That's a pod you create a Patreon for.
No.
We'll drop the link.
Listen, I will text Mav and we'll have a conversation.
Hey, ask him about that rooftop pool party we stumbled into that time.
I will.
What?
We get Lord.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Future episode of the Black Rasslin podcast.
Hey, you know what? Let's do this on the Black. Hey, pay the 10 and you'll find out the story.
Facts. Talk about it.
Hey, shout out. But I want to ask, like, from a future perspective, we got the BRP50. I remember when y'all didn't have the 50 wrestlers to actually put them people on there. Y'all have 200 wrestlers now to do 50. Will there ever be a BRP 100? Yeah.
I think you may see maybe a different kind of list instead of, because the 50 is branded, right? It's a brand, it's a staple, it's part of the community, it's part of the lexicon, it's part of the thing that we all kind of do, all five of us. So that being the case, I think maybe an idea of something maybe more expansive is a separate, not separate but equal, but maybe some other ideas, some smaller things. You know what I'm saying? That way you can show love. Because to be honest, it's almost like that corny, the black father who protests Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day every year.
Every year.
Is that every single week we are talking about these folks inside the 50, outside of the 50. The nigga that was 157th on the spreadsheet. We talk about the majority of these folks all the time. So to say we probably won't rebrand anytime soon, but you may see maybe more mini projects that maybe shine different lights.
I think it's figuring out what exactly those things, whether it's expansion or something new, really looks like. Because I think it's we not just going to do the random, you know what I mean? Like it's going to be something that means something. So it's really figuring out what that means in the context of what we've been doing every year for 8 years around Juneteenth.
Yeah, only reason I asked because you got the PWF 500, and a lot of people compare y'all to that list. Not saying I got to do all of that.
There's another list that's over there they can compare that to. I mean, they can figure that out over there.
Y'all got niggas that be pissed off because I wasn't on the list, or because I was this person and not that person. We had a conversation where, and I'm be an elephant in the room again, where the fans of people ain't necessarily happy with how y'all deal with things.
Okay.
So I was trying to avoid that tonight. I was gonna leave that shit alone.
No, because these this the nigga show. Let's rock with this. That's what I was doing.
I was gonna leave it alone because I'm like,
you mean in terms of like conversations online?
That's all niggas want to talk about is the why.
Hold on. Khal, say what you said again.
You mean in terms of like back and forth online, or what do you mean? Like in terms of
the back and forth online, but I feel like people they see the BRP50, but they don't understand the BRP50 and the history of it. They don't do the research and what happens. Ric Flair was on the PWI 500 a long time ago, but nobody pays attention to who was on the BRP50 8 years ago.
Right.
And then you got people, and I'm being me, that was on the list and then decided to say, hey, my ranking ain't that. So I'm gonna talk shit and say remove me from it.
Mm-hmm. I think because there's a specific focus that the list has on in regards to documenting the year for Black wrestlers, in regards to who we feel are the 50 best out that year, there's always going to be differing opinions. You know what I mean? And I don't think we've not shied away from that. You know what I mean? I think when we've been challenged on certain situations, if we're allowed to respond, we do so. But I think at a certain point, it's hard. Like it's hard to worry about people who are going to be negative. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a certain aim that we're doing. And if the focus was going to be on the few who, for whatever reason, may have an issue, when the aim is to be shining a light on these people that we feel deserve a light to be shined on, I would much rather say, do you? You feel me? It's the situation that people are even referring to is not the first time that that's even happened. We've been in situation. We were sitting in the pandemic watching a brother going ham in the gym after going ham in the comments because he did not like the spot that he was on the list. And he said he did not want to be a part of the list. Again, we've been through this before. And the thing is what we're trying to do is deeper than appeasing what one person or a couple of people feel about themselves. It's not a disrespect to them, but don't be disrespectful to us, because we're not going to sit here and have some knockdown drag out. We're not going to be going back and forth all night, but we're also going to continue our purpose. We're going to continue to do what we're doing. And if that means doing it without certain people, especially when they request to have it be done without them, they didn't want to be a part of it, there's not much I can do. If frankly, if there are situations that should change, there's probably certain avenues and certain things that need to happen, because there's a lot of stuff that's been left on the table with a certain situation in particular. You know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with the people who said, yo, you were one of the 50 of the year. When you misconstrue, again, I mean, if you want to be real, things happen on the timeline, and then what do? I go in my bag and I just go look back at what happened over the last 4 years. I look at how it happened. I look at who was there and who was the important people to make certain things happen. And then I look at what the people are saying. And guess what? I don't have to say anything. You know why? Because before I can say what I need to say on the timeline, the people who've been paying attention with these situations, they already putting it out there. You know why? Because we've been here before. We've been here before. You want to change the situation. You think the situation should be different. Hey, maybe it shouldn't have been the way you started it 4 years ago.
You want it to be one way.
And it's and now it's the other. Whose fault is that?
Shout out to Marlo. Shout out to Marlo.
All we've been doing is what we've been doing.
Yeah.
My thing is, the issue that I have a problem is pushing a certain type of narrative and pushing a certain type of picture, painting a picture when there's a digital footprint of said picture and you're trying to make it seem like it's something that it's not. Nobody's in their feelings. This isn't personal, to the point where Khal just told you, like, before it was shouting matches. So don't perceive to understand that it's just us putting together a whole bunch of these names. Nobody knows anything about them. I can say, and I will go on record to say, half of the people, if I wasn't looking at this list, I wouldn't have never known that there was an indie side of wrestling, because all I watched was WWF and WWE. That's all I knew. My first GCW show was in Dallas, and I would not have gone if I wasn't a part of this podcast. I would have never gone to that show ever. And for them to say 8 years ago it was hard to come up with 50 names, and now there's a spreadsheet with over 200 names, like, and then like be super disrespectful on the timeline. Like, and I try to carry myself a certain kind of way. So I will fight with you with words. I won't cuss at you. I'll cuss in the group chat.
Mimi, you really ain't shit.
I ain't shit in the group chat. I ain't shit in the group chat. I ain't shit in the group chat. And what goes on in my head, like, I know how to play nice and be super fucking nasty. You know what I mean? And I take issue with people playing in folks' faces when they put a lot of energy, when it has, this list has absolutely nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with us at all. So to paint this narrative that it's about us, it's like, what? You don't even understand. We just, like, if you've looked back, because there's a digital footprint for everything. That's why I can't stand CM Punk. I can't stand CM Punk.
Here she goes.
Oh
shit.
You know, I always got to bring it back. You know, I got to bring it back to him or Cody. There's a digital footprint. When there's facts and there's like an imprint of something somewhere that you can go and pull it up, and you know that there's an imprint of it, and then you trying to act like you don't know what's going on. Like, what? Shut up. Like, that one guy said, oh, I just went into a rabbit hole and I found some stuff out. My bad. And walk away.
I think that's the biggest. So, I mean, you know, isolated incidents here and there. I think more so I run into the internet being the internet, and the internet is where you either glazing or hating, right? And there isn't a lot of nuance online, especially when people discuss things, and we all have their favorites. We all have our favorites. You know what I'm saying? And that if I had my favorites on the list, this list was looking very, very different.
Right.
If I had my choice to have my tribal chief on the list, I will put my tribal chief.
No, he's not.
We know.
Not a nigga.
We know.
This is not black.
Hey, if this was the SRP 50,
hey, see,
is it 50?
You can probably find 50 if this was the SRP 50. My comment
Kishi 15's illegitimate son.
That's wild.
Nigga NY.
NY 15. That's what it be.
The NY 15 is the list.
That is a nasty list. That is a nasty list. My thing is that, you know, even watching from the sidelines and watching it now, like being somewhat in it, I'm like, why do people want y'all to relitigate this years after? That's the annoying part to me. Like, why do they want y'all to be in the court of public opinion on some shit that was laid out and put the onus upon y'all to do something about it when it ain't y'all fault in the first place?
Well, what I'll say though is, because I felt like, and I said this specifically today, is that I thought that the rollout this year was, I thought it went very well. I thought Cuz put it together very well, and you can see it spreading out. So you'll see a bunch of people who are earnestly asking the question, because if you look at the top 5, it's 3 WWE guys and 2 ladies from AEW, and I believe it's that one absence is glaring, and it's a fair question, and you ask it, and then that's fine. But then people are absolutely creating whole stories of what happened, and like, That's why you think it is, and I can see why you would be mad if that's what you really think it is. However, go here,
right?
Do your Googles, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
The flip side too, though, is do your Googles, don't do your narratives, because it be time. There was a conversation that your cousin had on the timeline, and I know, again, coded language. I know what he said. And I know what he said to be true because we've been sitting in this vehicle riding down this road for so long. There was one person in the responses under the tweet, and they called it a lie because there's no way that this happened to that person. I'm like, you don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Like, but you misread what you said, and now you're hating because it turns into a totally different thing that wasn't what he said. And realistically, get out the conversation because you wasn't there. You wasn't in those DMs. You wasn't in them text messages.
You wasn't on that Zoom.
You wasn't in that Zoom. You wasn't on that Skype. But I think because of that, I think it's a lot of people who on the internet, on Twitter in particular, they may feel entitled to information that they won't research. Mm-hmm. They see something they don't like, their response is to quote tweet and say, what the fuck is that? Instead of saying, oh, Google, why is this way? AI is your friend at this point, right? They spent all that money and burning up all that water. It's supposed to spit it out right for you. You should be able to get
with 7 different sources. You
should be able to get the information right there. But people, and it's the way that people will feel entitled to speak to you about certain things that hey, there are real people behind these accounts, and they will respond to you in kind, or they'll tell you to kick rocks. I mean, because at a certain point, what's done is done. And especially if I can feel that your intention is, I'm not going to say cloudy, BS, you being a bad actor, is what they call it. Like, if I can smell that on your tweet or in your response, you're already put into a certain bucket of don't worry about it, because why would I pour gasoline on that fire?
Mm-hmm. You don't need no oxygen.
Don't need no oxygen.
So imagine if Coco Beware, Special Delivery Jones, Hacksaw Butch Reed, Tuco Scopio had the BRP50. Yes, had the BRP50.
They did. And it was a BRP50 bag of cocaine.
It's your fifth. It's your fifth.
But imagine if they had that platform that y'all have provided for the Maya Worlds, the Trick Williams, the Obafemis, etc. Imagine that and what that would have looked like. And in the context, if social media was a thing, then it'd been way worse at that point. I say what I said.
Imagine if Tony Atlas foot scandal on that time.
It would have been
the big toe.
It would have been the Black Rasslin 15. And I mean, JYD would have been the number one for how many years? You know what I mean? He at a certain point, what would have it would actually be the same arguments.
Look, I'm gonna show my age. It wouldn't have been JYD. It'd been Ernie Ladd.
It would have been at a certain era. Would have been Ernie Ladd, but it would have been him and JYD.
Yeah.
Butch Reed may have been number 3. You know what I mean? Coco, depending on the year. You know what I mean? I think you
might would have had Tony Atlas.
It depending on the year. Yeah. Rock Daddy would have been around at some point. Yeah. But
if you had this list in the 90s, Ahmed Johnson might actually be on that list.
Nigga had a Diddy level. Diddy level baby oil budget.
That nigga is the Diddy of wrestling.
Yo, I popped up on my timeline.
Greased up.
Diddy
greased up one.
Greased up. Dog, he had more support pads and support gear that I've ever seen.
Bro, that man,
that nigga came out.
No, well, that man had the quad pads. He had the football pads. The football quad pads.
I can't.
What was he? What was that bad that he? Because that's the only person I've seen rocking pads
His
like
body.
that in wrestling.
That's how you all around. There's too much talk. That's why he had that baby all on. So easy.
Look, hey, all right, I'll put it to you like this. Hey, if we doing a retroactive BRP50 for 1992, Ron Simmons is number one. We know that for a fact.
Oh yeah.
Baltimore.
I was in Baltimore. I was at the Baltimore Arena when he won that first title.
Yeah.
I was sitting upstairs in the upper room.
I'm about to say you was on the. You was like, it's like 5 black kids.
Yeah. I was the one light skinned kid up there.
Yeah. Well, one day we will have we'll do a, you know what? We'll do a episode. We don't even talk like current event wrestling. We will go and make our own breakdown what the BRP BRP50 look like for a certain year.
I love that idea. I love that idea. We should start with 92. I think that's a good
start with 1992.
The year that Ron Simmons won.
That's a good goddamn year to start.
So hold on. Not
Sergeant Craig Pittman at number 7.
Stand up.
Ice Train on the list.
Ice Train.
Hey, yo. Hey, okay. Mr. Hughes on the list. All right. Look, we'll be doing some D.
So the reason why I made that comment was because the comments that I put on the on Twitter was because I wanted to celebrate y'all. Y'all put a lot of work into this. You know, I know what you do, Khal. I know what you do, Mimi. I know what Math does, Big Brother. I know what you do too. We talk every chance we get. But y'all got a team. Y'all got a 11. Y'all got the Boston Celtics. No. Y'all got a basket.
No.
My bad, sis.
Okay.
My bad, sis. But you got a basketball team with a bench.
He's got a history of picking bad teams. I mean,
that's funny.
Mind your goddamn business. I say all that to say is because y'all have done something that nobody else has ever done. And y'all celebrate other people. Y'all celebrate wrestlers that y'all travel, pay y'all money to go see, that we pay our money to go see, that others, the Lovelies, the Doras, the Corys, the Corey, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we
TF Mania, man. They
you know what I'm saying?
Like, TF Mania.
Like we
in the game.
Yeah. But we spend so much money on going to wrestling, but y'all took the time out to celebrate wrestlers that nobody else even goes to look at. And so for me, it's a blessing, because without y'all, I don't know what an Ashe is. I don't know what a Fight Club is. I don't know what a Chaz Evans is one of my closest friends.
Shout out Chaz.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing where y'all are celebrating and y'all doing it for us. So y'all give y'all flowers to them. So I'm giving my flowers to y'all.
I appreciate you.
Sure.
I appreciate that. For again, we just I feel like I'm a broken record, but it's just Lil Khal wanted y'all to know who these black people was back in the day. So, you know, grown adult Khal gotta, you know, assemble the squad, and we gotta do this every year. So y'all don't forget a Brick Savage. You feel me? You don't forget a Bio World. You know what I'm saying? You don't forget the year that Trick Williams was the leader of the new school, because he told you that on SmackDown. Like,
he did say it.
You know, it's
shout out to LeBron Cozone.
Yeah, shout out to Cozone, for real. The game needs LeBron Cozone, and it's making sure that people are aware of who these men and women are while they're doing the damn thing in the square circle.
Indeed. And before we keep going, because Lord knows we'll be yapping all night, that is tonight's special episode of 2DopeMarks, your home for Go Girl Wrestling. We appreciate our fans from Black Rasslin pulling up to discuss the BRP50 and all things in between. Shout out to Balloons on the page for Mimi before she gets out of here. I would ask y'all if y'all have anything to plug, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take that thunder from y'all. The BRP50 is out. read all the features. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
read the one for Billy Dixon, read the one by LeBron Cozone, read the superlatives, watch the interview with Charity King.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Read the interview about the feature on the New Dad. Like just take in all the content beyond the list because we got 365 days. So Juneteenth 2027. There's gonna be more names. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more celebration.
That's right.
Because niggas don't know how to act, it'll be more us cussing people out because they want to be petty, they want to be dumb, and not do their Googles like Fredro Starr said.
I'm quitting on Thursday. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Michael Jordan balled his head out because of Onyx. Remember that?
He tried it.
What?
Fredro he tried it. Yeah,
he tried that shit so hard.
He said Onyx had the ball head first. Yeah. Onyx.
Anyway. Khal, Mimi, fam, I need y'all to still D Thunder right quick fast. I need y'all to say something nice for the people.
No. I'm gonna do that. Watch this. Hey fam, I'm gonna say something nice for the people. Show me a tattoo. Yeah. Hey, like that, we out.
Like that. Hey, like Drama said, like that, we go.
Yep.
We're the 2DopeMarks, bringing the heat every night. Shop and screw.